The number one thing everyone here has to leave Vegas for and go back if they want to really substantially grow their business is becoming great at operating in underpriced attention. Underpriced attention in 1998 was email. How many people here have done email marketing in their careers close enough to it that they could have a sense? Raise it high, I just want to get a sense. Good. So this will make a lot of sense for a lot of people. In 1999, I had an email newsletter that had 200,000 people on it that had 90% open rates. So for the people that don't follow email, you're crushing it today with 30% open rates. Meaning you send an email, 30% of them actually open it, and then there's a whole nother thing, do people even act on it? In 1998, I had 90% of the people opening the email because in 1998, we hadn't ruined email yet. Right? You didn't get all the spam you've gotten in the last 25 years. We were opening it. And I realized very quickly, direct mail was working for me, but email was free. I remember I was sending so many emails in here's one prediction I got super wrong. From 1998 to 2000, I sent so many damn emails because I was convinced that at some point they were gonna charge for this shit. Right? Like it just didn't make sense, it was too effective. I was saving tens of thousands of dollars on direct mail and radio and doing email for free, and it was crushing. That's the underpriced attention of 1998. Having a website, doing email, and then finally, the day Google AdWords came out, I bought up every wine term you can imagine. For 6 months there, it wasn't even 10 cents a click for, it was 5 cents a click, and I crushed. And so in a very short period of time, with absolutely no money, I was able to grow a very large business, and it became the foundation of how I think. And I sit here today, for example, how many people here produce organic, no paid advertising, organic, creative, and post for their business on TikTok? Raise your hand. I want to leave right now. One more time, raise your hand if you're posting for TikTok. So this is like a travesty. Every single person here, whether you think China's manipulating the kids or not, every single person here has to immediately understand what's happening here on TikTok, because it's not even about TikTok, it's about the TikTokification of social media. For as few hands as went up right now, you can't imagine like how the juices are flowing through my body, because in a good way, because for me, 30% of what I like about public speaking is I know this format is the format that gets somebody to do something that they haven't been doing, and then 4 years from now, I get the email. I mean, I live on positive affirmation, so I get the email of like, hey, I was at the conference, like, this is a big deal. This is real now, whether you have 1 unit or 3 units or 30 units in this system. My personal belief, by the way, I don't own your business, I don't know you. So whether you do this or not is kind of irrelevant to me, other than I know it will be historically correct, and I hope a lot of you do it. And for the people that raised their hands earlier, one more time, people that consume my content. So all the hands that are up right now, all of you know I've been saying this for 4 years. This is not this week. For 4 years I've been talking about this. What's the difference today than 4 years ago is Instagram and YouTube and Twitter and Snapchat are all now doing the same thing. Social for 15 years was build as many followers as you can and then post. It was almost like email marketing. Build a list, post, a certain percentage see it. That whole game is now out the window. Now the creative is the variable. There are people in here who've never posted on TikTok, are about to get motivated by the next 30 minutes, will post their first TikTok tomorrow, and some of you will get 12 views on that, and others will get 13,000, even though all of you have 0 followers. This is, this is a very profound thing. Like, I understand I'm like speaking it a little bit quick, especially if you don't have the context. But the fact that you can post videos and potentially millions of people can see them, it's a very big deal. And if you have not at least done 10 hours, that's all I'm asking for, which is time. But you can do this at midnight, you can do this when you travel back. 10 hours of homework on best, and all you have to do, like, let me give you a website that all of you should be referencing to get all the information for modern marketing by the hour. I'll spell it out because I know a lot of you are taking notes. You can literally type in, how does a fitness store do TikTok? Enter. How do I make TikToks for my gym? Enter. Anything you can think of. The amount of information for free is staggering. Of course, some of it isn't great, which is why I want you to spend 10 hours so you can cross-reference and not just the first article. I genuinely believe, standing on this stage, that if everybody in here spends 5 to 10 hours getting deeply educated on best practices on how to make organic TikToks, or you can make them Instagram Reels. Facebook Reels have exploded, and that demo is extremely interesting for this audience and their locations, but it's all the same practice. How do you make videos that actually bring people value? This is not an infomercial, this is not a commercial. This is a video that brings value to them, thus brings awareness to you, thus brings business to you. This is a real commitment. The reality is, whomever here outflanks the rest of the world in producing social content is going to win. What is holding so many people back here is ideology. There's a lot of people in this room that are not doing this because they made a theoretical decision on what it is or what it can do. But let there be no confusion, the data is very clear. The attention of our society is on these platforms. Maybe you wish it was still in magazines. Maybe you loved radio for some weird ass reason. Probably you have an issue with it because social media is being blamed for humans' activities. Because to remind everybody, social media are empty pipes. They have nothing. It just takes what humans put into it. Social media hasn't changed us. Social media has exposed us. And so maybe you don't like that. I respect that. You can do whatever you want as a human being. As a business owner, you don't get to decide where the customer's attention is. You get to decide if you would like to execute where the customer's attention is and grow your business. If you are so theoretical about social that you would not like to do that for your business, I commend that. I find that admirable. It's also a very bad business strategy. That's up to you. I'm unemotional about it, but that is what is happening. And so the reality is we have this mass underpriced attention, and let me tell you why it becomes a humongous deal for everybody here. I don't know if you know the term CTV or OTT, connected television or over the top, but I definitely know you know what Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime, HBO Max, and all the rest are. These platforms are taking all the attention out of television. The amount of people here who watch NBC on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. is zero. Zero. Commercials have $80 billion in ad spend a year, mainly with the Fortune 500 companies, BMW, Nike, all this. Those companies are now, especially with a looming recession coming, finally starting to understand that when they run a commercial on a sitcom or a reality show on cable, that they are taking good cash and lighting it on fire and throwing it in the garbage. This is what I do for a living in VaynerX, if you saw earlier. I run an advertising agency that has 2,000 employees globally. I have been the Pied Piper for social for 13 years, and I can tell you, because I'm in the trenches, the biggest companies in the world are about to reallocate their money much more into social than television. Why am I bringing that up? I believe for the entrepreneurs in this room, there's a 24 to 36 month window when the getting is good. It's not as good as it was 4 years ago, but I believe in 3 to 4 or 5 years, it's gonna be really not good. Because the 80 billion, if 40 billion or 20 billion comes into TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and whatever it is, Be Real, Vine, it's always gonna evolve. Not if. When that money comes in, everything I'm passionately communicating to you right now will not be as easy. There's a substantial opportunity in 2023 to take this underpriced attention opportunity and really grow it.